Welcome back to my channel. So in this video we're going to talk about one of my favorite forms of entrepreneurship, and that's corporate entrepreneurship. So corporate entrepreneurship occurs when senior leadership at usually the top levels of an organization, or at least with significant managerial responsibilities, decide that a bureaucracy, a large corporate bureaucracy, has in some way gotten stale and some entrepreneurship or some innovation style thinking would be beneficial. That's what it means in a nutshell. Now there's three types of corporate entrepreneurship that we commonly discuss. The first and most common one is intrapreneurship. I'm sure you've heard of this one. Intrapreneurship basically means that the corporation starts a brand new strategic business unit, and that strategic business unit can behave entrepreneurially. It can produce new goods or products designed for the external market, or it can produce new goods, products, and services for an internal market. So an example could be a car manufacturing company that decides, in addition to making cars, they also want to start a brand new line of business making tires. Now they can choose to sell those tires in the open market, or they can sell those tires to an internal customer, i.e. selling it to the car company itself so that they can put them on their own cars. So this is intrapreneurship, starting a brand new line of business or a brand new strategic business unit, entering a new market, and ideally that brand new strategic business unit will behave entrepreneurially. Now, at some point it may cease to behave entrepreneurially, that particular strategic business unit, at which point they can inject some new innovation, or they can start a brand new business line. And there's a few cases where those strategic business units have gotten so large that they've actually dwarfed the original operations of that particular company. So that's kind of cool. So that's the first one, intrapreneurship. The second one is initiatives for transformation or renewal. And so this basically means, okay, we know that things are just not running very, very well. The bureaucracy's gotten big and stale, and we need like just a whole new, brand new culture of innovation. One of my favorite examples is using Lean Six Sigma in this particular case. We recognize that our operational processes aren't as good as they should be, so therefore we're going to start optimizing those processes so we can cut costs. That's a good example of initiatives for transformation or renewal. Or you can also look at a company like Nokia. Well, Nokia originally was a paper company and a copying company, and then they transitioned into smartphones. That's a brand new direction for that, and that's way more than entrepreneurship, because it wasn't just a strategic business unit that supported the main line of business. This was an entire company transformation. Okay? So initiatives for transformation or renewal. And the third is when the corporation itself behaves as the entrepreneur. I like to use Facebook as an example of this, not because Mark Zuckerberg is an entrepreneur per se, but because of the fact that you've got an organization that has fundamentally altered the rules of the game, specifically with how people communicate to each other through social media. I think about when I was an undergraduate, when I was over 21, I'd go to the bar and I look what'd you do at the bar? You talk to strangers. You look to the left, you look to the right, you start talking to people, watching the game, whatever. Now when you go to the bar, what do you see? Everyone's got their smartphones out and they're pecking away. You look to the left, that person doesn't want to talk to me. You look to the right, that person doesn't want to talk to me. Okay? So Mark Zuckerberg, i.e. through Facebook, changed the rules of the game, and therefore Facebook itself is the entrepreneur. So that's the third example of corporate entrepreneurship. How about you, my viewers? Do you have examples of corporate entrepreneurship that you'd like to share? If so, post them in the comments down below. I'd love to hear from you. And also, hit that like. That's a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this video, and definitely hit that subscriber button. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.